Hey there, it's Alex Kouramanis with Treetop Realty Inc. We specialize in wholesale, fix and flip, rehab, multifamily acquisition. Um, Been in the real estate industry for 10, 11 years, something like that. Came to know about Ryan DeLaurentis back in 2016. So pretty much, I think, by the time he was kicking off his real estate game. The way we met was at a meetup that I was hosting with my friend Luke Boyram. I was talking about a deal that I had, and Ryan basically, asked me some questions about the deal, and the conclusion we came to was that it's kind of mediocre. It wasn't the kind of home run deal that Ryan would do. And so what was interesting about that is that he was right. The deal wasn't a particularly impressive one. That's not why I was talking about it. But the fact that Ryan came in there, and in not kind of an arrogant way, but just in like a straight shooter kind of way, it was like saying, I think we could do better with those numbers. And so that was kind of my introduction with Ryan. Many years since, I've come to know that the guy is just an absolute, he's just fired right up. I've seen him do talks at other meetups. And the thing that gets him lit up is just business and tightening systems up and making things work well. I mean, to me, I don't get that because I just like getting stuff done so I can move on with my life. But this is stuff that actually gets Ryan lit up. And the fun thing about him too is he's a competitive dude. So we'll always have little games that we're playing or little bets that we're making. And it's just that thing about him, he's just fired up. He just lights me up too. I love it. I'd say that what makes him a valuable friend, a valuable partner, is again like the positivity, the tightening up, the focus on making things the best they can be, and just bringing like a let's call it electricity to it. I mean, I thought I was the energy guy, but every time he laughs, he just lights me right up, and it just gets me going, which you need in this business because many times things don't go right. Like right now, I'm at a flip where some things are pretty much not going so right, but it happens. And if you're just bummed out all the time, you're looking at the negative, that will really eat away at you. It's no fun. So Ryan's the kind of guy that keeps me interested in thinking about ways to improve or thinking about systems to add or ways in which you can just tighten up numbers and get best results and having him be fun. Again, like in the entrepreneurial space, in the real estate space, it's something that I tend not to think about, but he's just lit up. Like, I know that he was doing a heck of a ton of deals. And one day I call him and he's just thinking like, hey, I think maybe the real estate thing, I'm going to look at just buying businesses for now. And it's like, to me, if you have like enough deals and real estate's a little bit slow, there's other things you can focus on rather than starting up new businesses or acquiring other businesses. But this is something that just keeps him moving forward. So this is like not something as a means to an end. This is just the way the guy lives. This is what fires him up. So that's what fires me up because in order to get to where I want to go, I have to be with people that are ahead of me in that way and thinking further down the line about, what's the best that we can do here, what's the best we can do there, never stopping, right? Just keeping that sort of path going. I think he's a great person to learn from because I've learned many things from him. Again, just tightening up systems, how to make numbers work better. Like, for example, I was talking about one flip I was looking at and, going through the numbers. And he just quickly shared the way that he was looking at flips. And it made so much more sense because it was just getting more leverage. It was just simply a matter of finding the ways in which you can win, the environments you can win, and the kind of, I guess you could say like funnels. Starting from the top of something general that you want and then narrowing it down and honing it to something a lot tighter and then just focusing on that. So just kind of reframing things for me. And again, making it a little bit competitive and a little bit fun, making me want to improve. I think that's the way in which it's impacted my business. And again, learning from him, like I've played games with him before and the guy just knows all the rules because he loves to win. So of course he's going to know all the rules and he's going to know how to get things better than where they were at when he found them. Personally, the way in which Ryan has impacted me as a friend, there's very few people, I think, especially when you get into real estate investment, there's very few people that have the real mindset, that are the real, let's call the real McCoy, like the good guys. There's a lot of people talking big talk. I know some investors, for example, that were pretty big, and they bit off more than they can chew, got these huge assets and got a bunch of prom notes, and the market changed on them, and now they're looking at bankruptcy, and all their investors are wondering where their money is at. And Ryan's not that type of dude. It comes from the inside out, because it starts with the good stuff, the pure stuff, how to just be excellent, right? How to get businesses right, how to get relationships right. That comes out in the ways in which he acts in business. So he's someone that I know is principled, structured, systematized, doing it for the sake of doing it well. And that's definitely very rare in this industry to find those real people and build that kind of relationship with him. Like-mindedness is hard to find, especially when there's so much BS in this industry. If someone were to get to know Ryan, what should they expect? He's competitive. You're likely to get into a betting scenario with him over something. You're likely to get into a game scenario where, you know, he's gonna bring everything you got, and you got to watch out. But the great thing about that is that what's the saying? Iron sharpens iron. You want someone that's where you want to go, and hanging around someone like that, it tends to rub off on you. And again, you get energized by the fact that he's just lit up by the process, not necessarily, you know, a failure here, win there, whatever, but just the process of being excellent. And it's just amazing to be around that kind of mindset, because it keeps you going the direction you know you need to be going. He's kind of like your navigator on your journey out at sea, so to speak. What advice would I give to people who may just be getting to know Ryan for the first time? Just buckle up. If you're serious about getting to the next stage in your business, in your life, whatever it is that you're going to Ryan for, I think if you've decided, you made a real decision, this is where you want to go, he's going to get you there. He's not a guy to mess around. He's a guy to get things done. And of course, if you're not sure where you want to go, he would be happy to kind of share his experience, what's worked for him, what he's seen others go through. But again, like, if you're ready to take that next step and get to the next level, then just be prepared for it, because it's going to happen. Ryan doesn't mess around. He prides himself on getting things done and getting them done the best they can be. Big Rye, he's the guy. Thanks, Ryan.